A lot of these constructions here. 俺の後ろ so behind me をつけて so the person coming along with the girl following behind me ついてくる少女は椎名まゆり so Sheena is going to be her last name 椎名まゆりまゆりが息を切りした so with to be out of breath 様子もなくそう様子のなくそう so out of breath appearance もなくそう so seeming like she has lost her breath, she's like out of breath. Kita. She came to ask that with out of breath. Well, used up all of their energy coming to the same form. 俺は階段を登りきたところで久々に手を直樹引きつく So I think he's saying something along the lines of, as for himself, 階段を登りきた so 登りきたところ and however, by the way, like coming up and climbing these stairs, his knees and his hands all oki. So he put his hand on his knee. Hitoiki, that's what we Hitoiki took a breath, took a breather. So at this point, nobori kita, he stopped climbing and he put his hand on his knees to take a breath. 階段を使うべきじゃなかったかもしれん。きつすぎ So 階段を使う so to use the stairs べきじゃなかったかもしれん So probably wasn't just like using the stairs probably wasn't just かもしれん is probably and janakata probably wasn't just from using the stairs. So him taking the breather probably wasn't just from using the stairs. Kitsusugi. I don't know what the kitsu. Kitsusugi. Yeah, it's probably a little too tough. So kaidan tsukui beki janakatta kamoshirenai. So maybe this is kind of going saying like, maybe using the stairs was a little too harsh. Like, it's kind of like a punishment. It's like, let's go up the stairs, let's not take the elevator. Maybe it was a little too harsh. This, I believe, is going to be atama kyaku ni natatamu ase o te de itsutsu. Itsutsu is usually like ongoing or continuing. Mayuri e to mukinaota. So basically, there's something that's happening with wiping sweat from his face, and he's turning to Mayuri. And I just want to make sure that I have everything. So gaku ni. So probably hitai. Yeah. Sometimes you get the same kanji. It means different things. With the from his forehead. Nijimu. So the sweat. Nijumu ase, the sweat coming from his forehead. Te o nuguite, so he's wiping off. Nuguitsutsu, so while wiping off the sweat from his forehead, he's turned to Mayuri e to muki naota. He's turned to face her. Kikuna. それがMayuri no tameでもある. So I'm also going to use this to practice. And if you're watching and you can, let me know if the audio for the voices is loud enough. I can hear it pretty well, but I don't know how well it's coming through. I did turn the audio down a little bit for the game, but I'm sure it'd be good for the viewers to hear their speaking. I might turn the background music on the game a little bit down again, just to get the voices to pop a little bit more. But kikuna. That should be him saying, like, don't ask. それがMayuri no tame de mo aru. それが this is also for your benefit. Like, don't ask. Like, I'm not telling you. It's for your benefit, right? Kikuna. So don't ask. それがMayuri no tame de mo aru. It's also earlier. It could be that, but he's kind of saying like it's for your own good. Like just don't bother. Don't.
そうなんだ。おかりありがとう。
そうなんだ。おかりんありがとう。そうなんだ. It's gonna be like, oh, is that the case? Like, おかりん, thank you. おかりん is my character's name. そうなんだ. Oh, is that so? Is that so? Thank you. おかりんありがとう. So now she's finally calmed down a bit about it. まゆりは I might want to say this like 幸しそうに but I'm not 100%. There's a couple of words in here. I'm gonna get through a little bit more, but then I do have to stop to grab lunch and to take some to do some errands. But I want to get through maybe one or two more screens. まゆりは嬉しそうに微笑んだ to smile 微笑んだ so she smiled, seemed happy, and she smiled. So we finally got her through this nervousness of really worrying about what was on the phone. こいつは実はモノ文仏文わかりがいいものわかりがいい Let's see how they break that up. Okay, ものわかり understanding of people's feelings わかり実に indeed surely こいつ so the narrator, maybe just a narrator, so maybe he's saying that like Okari really, he certainly understands this person. He's got an understanding for them. Or maybe it's saying that Koitsuwa, this, Mayuri has a really good understanding of people's feelings. She's empathetic. She's perceptive. Ore no, it has to be him saying she's really perceptive because he keeps saying Ore. The narrator has to be Okari. Ore no, this is, I don't know. もうわきまえてくれていて、吹っ込んでくることもない。Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not confident on that one. So, 俺、立場、my position もわきまえて、so discern, to discriminate, くれていた, to understand, so my position also, like, わきまえてくれて, to give his understanding, his just, his, we'll just stick with understanding. ていて、深く突っ込んで, so with the deep 突っ込んでくることもない. So kind of like for him, he's not really able to be sincere or heartfelt to like kind of like くることもない, like he's not really able to do that. So she's very empathetic and he's a little bit more closed off. He's a scientist, so he's probably a little bit more practical. 少女は俺の something な地味だである. So this is probably going to get a little bit more to what is their relationship. 彼女は俺の幼馴染である. So 彼女 can be translated as girlfriend, but he's saying is that she, this Mayuri wa, it's his his friend from childhood. 幼馴染, but it can also be 幼馴染. 幼馴染である. 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 So she is his friend from childhood. で、だったは, this is going to be like the age, well, 俺より二つか16歳の少女高生なので、幼馴染というより、姉のような立場にひどい. So he's kind of saying that like 年齢は俺より2つ下. So she's 2 years younger than him. 16歳. So he's 18, she's 16 の上昇高生. She's a high school student. 上昇なので. So even though, because she's a high school student, 16, 2 years younger than him, 幼馴染というより so more than like a high school friend 妹のような立場に近い so it's less that she's a childhood friend because of this age difference. It's more like a little sister. He sees her more like a little sister. 家が近所なので昔からよく世話をしてやっていた. So they lived near each other. So 家が近所なので so because their houses were close in the same neighborhood. 昔からよく世話をしてやっていた. 世話をしやって so always basically was always looking after her. From a long time ago, it was always looking after her. Very sweet relationship. I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna save